everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is another episode in the deck review series that I've been doing. I hope you've enjoyed the last few that I have been putting out, and I hope you have found them helpful. So today I'm going to be doing the Animal Wisdom Tarot, and this is a 78 card deck. It's very different from the Rider-Waite system. Maybe something different is something that you will enjoy more, but it deviates quite a bit from the Rider-Waite system. But it's a beautiful deck, a lovely imagery on it. It's a deck that's been done by Dawn Brunke, and it's been illustrated by Ola Leola, and it comes with a 76 page guidebook. It comes in this beautiful box that I had to show you. I love the boxes. They're very sturdy. They will keep your cards in for a long time. It's got a little enclosure here that you put your cards into, and it's got this beautiful lilac picture on it, and some the drawings of the animal cards on the actual box itself. So this deck has got no people in it. This is only about animals, and if you love animals, I think I would highly recommend you get this book. I love animals, so you can get a lot more information out about just looking at the animal cards themselves sometimes than you can about the humans on the cards. So it's got about the deck on the back of the cards. This particular deck came out in 2013, so quite a newish deck. I suppose you can call that new, but a beautiful coloring and a nice little box to keep the cards in. So it comes with this companion book. This is a 96 page companion book, and what is very nice about it, it's got the table of contents over here. It tells you it's the Animal Wisdom by Dawn Brunke, and it's got a little table of contents, and then it tells you about the cards themselves, what the tarot is about, what the Animal Tarot Wisdom Tarot is about. Goes to the major arcana, and then it tells you about the court cards, about a quick numbers guide to the cards themselves and the basics, and then it does a few spreads here, and it does some sample reading as well, sample spreads as well, and then it works through the cards. What's very nice about this particular deck is that it gives you what the card is with the Roman numeral there, what the traditional card was supposed to have been, the keynote that is associated with the card, an explanation of the card, and a final message about what you should be doing with the card. So what the card's message is, and it does that for every single card. And what's nice about it is all the pictures are in color, so you don't have to take the deck and walk around to actually read through the book. Just looking at the book and the picture, and it's absolutely accurate. It's exactly like the card itself. Will tell you what it is, and so you don't have to go through the deck. So by the time you get to the deck, you've already seen the cards and you've already read through it. So it does that for everything from the major arcana and the minor arcana, and it doesn't cut any corners as far as I can see. It's actually, gives you the explanations quite nicely, quite neatly, and, it will make reading very enjoyable. It's like going back to childhood, really, to use this particular book. And it's a nice little book to keep with you, so you can keep it around, have a good read of it, and then get to grips with the cards. So like I said, this is not a traditional Rider-Waite deck. It's moved or deviated quite a bit from it, but the animals themselves have usually personalities associated with it, so this is not difficult for you to actually intuitively even read this card deck. So let's go through the cards. They're about 3 by 5 inches in size, and they come with a really good cardstock. It's a slight, what do they call this? It's slightly glossy. So that means that, even if there's a little bit of fingerprints on it, you can actually wipe them off, I think. And they look like they're really good, sturdy cardstock, so they're going to last you quite a bit. Especially in that box, they should last you a lifetime, really. So you start off with the Coyote, which is the trickster, which is the same as the Fool card over here. So you can see that little cliff and him trying to get over the edge. So it's got a few elements of the Rider-Waite system in it, but not altogether completely like the Rider-Waite. Then you've got the Raven, which is the message of magic. This is the Magician card, usually in the traditional tarot. The Cat, which is the knower of secrets, that's the High Priestess. The Cow, which is the Empress, the Earth Mother. The Ram, which is the Earth Father, which is the Emperor card usually. Then you've got the Bull, which is the Hierophant. The honeybee, which you can see 2 bees there, which is the lover's card. Them trying to make a choice about whether to go into the hive or not. Then you've got the horse over there, which is the chariot. And the lion, which is the strength, which looks very traditionally strength, like the strength card. You've got the owl, which is the keep of the light, which is the hermit card. The spider, which is the wheel of fortune. The elephant, which is this has got the bearer of justice on it, which is the justice card. The bat, master of suspension, and this is the hanged man. The moth, the omen of death, and this is the death card. Then you've got the swan, which is the angel of alchemy. It's the temperance card. The goat, the god of liberation. So this is the devil card. And it is a card that is ruled by Capricorn, which is represented by the goat. So you still have some elements of the Rider-Waite in it. The serpent, which is the tower, and you can see the tower card in there. And the peacock illuminator, this is the star card. You can see all the stars there. The rabbit, which is the moon card. You've got the rooster, which is the sun card. That's beautiful, beautiful use of the animal. A rooster always crows. So you've got that sun card there, and then you've got the crocodile and the butterfly, the masters of discernment. And this is the judgment card. And then the whale, the all-encompassing, which is the world card. So those are the major arcana cards. So this particular deck does not deal with cups or pentacles or swords or wands. It actually has got its own little language over here. So the branches represents the wands, and you've got the shells representing the cups, and you've got the fossils that represents pentacles, and you've got the feathers that represent swords. So they've just relabeled it a little bit, not too far away from what the actual cards, the actual suits are, but definitely is different. So maybe a little getting used to that. So you've got the wands. This is the snake for the ace of wands. Salamander, 2 of branches. I'll call it branches. 2 of branches for the salamander. The toad for the 3 of branches. The firefly is the 4 of branches. Scorpion, 5 of branches. Hummingbird, 6 of branches. Lizard, 7 of branches. Jaguar, 8 of branches. Lynx is 9 of branches. And then you've got the scarab for the 10 of scarab beetle for the 10 of branches. The fox is the seer of branches. The leopard is the nurturer of branches. The tiger is the guardian of branches. There seems to be one missing here. So you've got the seer, you've got the seeker of branches. So this would be the page. The fox is the seer, would be the page of wands. The camel would be the prince of wands. And that would be the leopard would be the nurturer of branches, would be the queen of wands, and the guardian would be the king of wands, really, or the king of branches. The colors are really, really lovely and vibrant. It's got this pastel shades, but you've got some really beautiful coloring going on over here. So you've got the nautilus for the ace of shells, which is the ace of cups, really. The dolphin for the 2 of shells. Otter for the 3 of shells. Crab for the 4 of shells. The jellyfish for the 5 of shells. Manatee for the 6 of shells. Sea lion as the 7 of shells. Octopus for the 8 of shells. The salmon for the 9 of shells. Hippo for the 10 of shells. You've got the penguin for the seer of shells. Polar bear for the seeker of shells. Sea turtle for the nurturer of shells. And the guardian for the shark for the guardian of shells. That almost looks like Finding Nemo. Okay, so you've got bison as the ace of fossils. Now the fossils signify the pentacles. And you've got the monkey for the 2 of fossils. Prairie dog for the 3 of fossils. Rat for the 4 of fossils. Donkey for the 5 of fossils. The gorilla for the 6 of fossils. The deer for the 7 of fossils. The beaver for the 8 of fossils. The wolf, the 9 of fossils. Dog for the 10 of fossils. Raccoon for the seer of fossils, or the page of pentacles if you like, but the seer of fossils. The llama for the seeker of fossils. Pig for the nurturer of fossils. And the bear for the guardian of fossils. So that was really, fossils is equivalent to the pentacle suits. So the final suit is the sword suit, and you've got feathers signifying that. You've got the ace of feathers, the stork for the ace of feathers, heron for the 2 of feathers, grosbeak for the 3 of feathers, the loon for the 4 of feathers, blue jay for the 5 of feathers, pelican for the 6 of feathers, the magpie for the 7 of feathers, albatross for the 8 of feathers, crow for the 9 of feathers, vulture for the 10 of feathers. And then there's a parrot for the seer of feathers, falcon for the seeker of feathers, the nurturer of feathers is the ibis, and the final one is the guardian of feathers, which is the eagle. So those are the cards for them, and I think they're really, really, really beautiful. I shall use them in a reading soon. I haven't gotten around to it though, but I really love this deck, and it's not big. It looks like it's going to be giving a lot of information, especially if you like animals and you know almost intuitively know what their the character of their characters, or what we perceive as to be their character. I mean, we always say owls are wise, they're the keeper of the light. So, those kinds of ideas come through, and you're able to open your intuition to a higher level. Now, I decided to show you this as a different deck because I think people are a bit bored with the traditional Rider-Waite. But this is something different and something very beautiful, and anybody can use it. They've got no imagery that is going to be offensive to anybody, and it's really beautiful. The colors are really calming, but there's a lot of energy within those colors as well. So you do pick up on those energies as well. You can see that choice with the heron or the 2, some beautiful imagery as well. And it's a very beautiful deck. It's quite sturdy, and it will last quite a bit as well. So I hope you give this deck a try. It's not an expensive deck at all. It was not at all expensive, and you won't break the bank for buying it. And it's something very different, something very unusual. You can apply your Rider-Waite symbology to it, or your interpretation from Rider-Waite to it, but on top of that you get that extra layer because you've got this characters of these animals coming through, and applying that gives you a whole different dimension of interpretation. So I hope you will give this deck a try. I shall put where to buy it in the description box, and I will link it to Amazon and eBay so that you can get on there and buy the deck if you like it. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if you've liked the video. Thank you for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.